Just like my boiled egg never came out of that. Why did I even get there in the first place? Okay, I think I was talking about Shorunke, Caroline, that people, you know, are afraid and they are always intimidated by other people's opinion. So they only do things 50%, 40%, so that they will not think they are crazy. But you must go beyond yourself. You must go outside of yourself. Your commitment to anything you are doing must be totally absolute, so much that you have forgotten anybody. You know, women, when they are giving birth like that, at first, when she's just starting to labor and she's pushing, they say a man doctor is there. Some men say, no, I don't want men doctor. I don't want men doctor. I don't want men doctor. Okay, push then push. By the time she pushes, like another 2 hours, and all the men is living there, she said, but the men doctor is the head of the something, still here. He said, I bring any one of them, all of them, even let them come. Just make the tea, remove them. She doesn't care, men or 4 men or 10 men or 10 8 men or the man will come and put hand like that. You don't even care anymore. That is when it is absolute. Absolute commitment. You see, so what I'm saying is that until you are committed to your goal, to your passion, to whatever you want to do, so committed that you don't even care, he's a man or female, you don't even care for their opinion, you don't even care who is seeing you, who is not seeing you, what they are saying, what they are not saying, you don't care, you are so committed to getting results. Let the whole world be laughing or smiling or anything. Until you are so committed like that, you are not ready to see the fruit. Are you following me? That is the principle everywhere. It's true for the woman who is giving birth. It's true for the bud that is coming from this, from the flower that is coming from the earth. It's true for anything. It must be absolute before a fruit is possible. Okay, make a seat. Let's do Nigeria. Huh? You like my village? Maybe you come there with me one day. Those are Idomila village stories. Idomila village stories. That's how we glorify Idomila right there. Okay, let's put the light off. And let me tell you about my plan for Nigeria, for the transformation of Nigeria and Africa. All right. You have the microphone there? Okay. Okay, we see now that here you have... Okay, go ahead.
Vision.
No, don't worry. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. All these are my strategies, and they are too complex for you. The system, this one not be the system. Is a little bit more complex than the one I taught you this morning. So I don't want to confuse you. So go ahead. Go ahead. It's also too complex for you. Go ahead. Okay, this one is easier. This one is easier. These are blocks of spheres of influence that we must penetrate when we go to Nigeria. Okay, go ahead. All right. So this is just a preliminary draft. Summary. This is just a summary of the plan. Go ahead. Okay, now we are starting here. There are actually 775, I think. Oh? But anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's say we have this amount of local governments in Nigeria, right? 774. Local governments. Now, for those who are not from Nigeria, we have central government or federal government. Then we have state government. Then every state government have what we call local government or districts. Are you understanding that? That is the lowest form of government. The closest to the ordinary people. in the village. So each local government will have like a town or 2 towns if they are lucky. Towns. Normally one big town, and all others are smaller villages, some small, some big, a little bit, but 1 or 2 towns. Normally not more than 1 or 2 towns. Others are just villages. So it's quite local, but close to the people as well. So my dream and my idea is this, to start projects in every one of those local governments. So let's say we have 36 states in Nigeria, and that's how many we have. 36 states, but every state have nothing less than 15, maybe 10 local governments. Some states have 10, 15, 13, 18, 20, 23, 25, different. So if we have, what state are you coming from? Lagos. Lagos State. Let's say you come from Lagos State, and we have, wow. Look who came to see us. Layo and Charles. Hey, Mr. Charles Emmanuel. You dey enjoy you. When will you lend me some of that, your pot? Eh? You didn't have it the last time you were here. Oh. Something has happened. God, they take care of you now. Yeah, thank God, thank God. You come and lay hands on me when you are through. Bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you. You didn't even want me, you are coming.
You're busy, Pastor.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, sure.
Nice to see you. You know, Deo, maybe it was just photo trick you are using on me. I didn't say any pot here now. Did it, because from when you are far away, you use some photo trick like that, or what is it, film trick you say? I can't see any pot anymore. My own is even bigger than your own. Maybe I'm the one to be laying hands on you now. Take care. Welcome. Thank you for the pleasant surprise. Okay, where did I stop? Okay, let's say you come from Lagos State. That's one state. But let's say you have 30 local governments. So if I'm going to start projects in all 30 local governments, it means I'm going to have, so Lagos State is going to have at least 30 projects in the name of Sunday Adelaja Foundation. That's what we want to use, Sunday Adelaja Foundation. 30 projects minimum in that state. So every local government will feel our presence in Nigeria. So what are the projects? How do we know the projects? We are going to find out from every local government what are the most pertinent needs, what are the most pressing needs they need in those. Let's say they need water supply in this local government, but that local government, their most pressing need is a primary school. Let's say that other local government is the road they need to be repaired. Maybe that other local government is agricultural project they need. So whatever it is, we are going to do research of every local government and determine what are their needs. Now, listen now closely. We are not, so you have 30 local governments in Lagos State. Now, we are not just going to touch every local government. We are going to say, okay, you are the head of your own local government, and you know there are 30 of them. But he's just the head of one local government. Then we are going to ask him, give us list of all problems you have in your local government. Women are staying home, they don't have job, but they need to start petty businesses. So they need microfinancing. Write it down. Children don't have uniform to go to school, or they cannot afford to pay for school fees. Write it down. Maybe, what are the other things? Crime. You need security. Write it down. Maybe you need cooperatives. Write it down. So he writes down all the needs of his society. And our goal is this, to start from 1 to 100 projects just for that local government. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 10, not 20, not 30, not 40, not 50, as much as 100. If they don't have as much, good. But if we are ready to commit 100 projects to a local government. That's Lagos State, but they have 30 local governments. That's the problem. So if we do 100 projects in this local government, what happens to the other local governments? Well, the same thing. We will be ready to commit up to 100 projects also in every one of the 30. So if we now say we do, not in 1 year, we could start with 1, then in the next 10 years, we have up to 100 projects. So it's going to be spread out, right? So if you are starting 100 projects in this local government, and there are 30 of those local governments, how many projects would those be in just one Lagos State? That would be 3,000 local Sunday Adelaja projects meeting 3,000 different needs just in Lagos State alone. By the time we are through, every family would have had a taste of us, or will be having constant touch with us. That is what we call transformation, national holistic transformation. That is going to be more intense than what the whole government of Nigeria has done since independence. And now, think about it. We have such local governments. We have 774 of them. Multiply that by 100. That is 77, almost 80,000 projects at the same time all over the country. That's what is worth it for me. It's a kind of challenge that is worth it. And that's why I'm going back to Africa. And that's why I need all the help I could. And that's why we are going to raise up men. And it's not going to be a problem for me. That's not the problem. That's not the problem. And I know it's not a problem. I know how to do it. Some people might think that that's mind-blowing. Now you understand why those people think I'm delusional. Okay, it looks so. It looks so. So let's continue going. Yes. Now, see at the analysis we've done. Talk about systems, right? So I need to go to Nigeria. I need to do a system for Nigeria. So who understands what you see? Can anybody come and give a description of what you are seeing right now? It's too confusing for you, right? Give the microphone.
In Abia State, the population is
You have to stand this way so that they will, yeah.
In Abia State, the population is 3.2 million.
Show them where the population is. Okay.
There are 17.
So tell them the first table, the first column. Yeah.
These are the population. These are the names of the states.
Yes.
These are the population of each state, all the way to Jigawa. These are the number of local governments in every state.
Yes.
If we do 100 projects for every local government, 17 times 100, that'll be 1,700 projects going on.
No. You just missed something right there. No. Let him say it again. Repeat that and say it again.
There are 17 local governments in Abia State.
Good.
So each local government is going to get 100
Why are you
projects.
pointing your fingers down?
Down?
Yeah, why are you taking your finger down? You don't need to take your fingers down.
Oh, okay.
Because if you take it down, then you go to Adamawa State and other states.
All right. So there are 17 local governments in Abia. Each local government is going to get 100 projects. 17 times 100.
Then go to the next column.
That's how you get this figure.
What figure?
1,700.
Where? No, you are not on 1,700. You are on. Okay. He's showing 7. Oh, the day is a bit late. Okay. Yeah, that's how it. Okay. That's 1,700 right there. Yes.
So we're going to start the project in 2017. The figures you see here, multiplied in thousands.
Yes.
That's the amount of the project. In 2018, the same amount is going to go.
So we have calculated, including the money that's going to be involved for every local government and for other number of projects. Then can you go through the states?
In Adamawa,
How many projects?
there will be 21 local governments. There will be 2,100 projects.
Okay, keep on going. No, just stop on the projects, but to go through the states.
In Akwa Ibom, there's 4.6 million people, 32 local governments, multiplied by 100, 3,200 projects. In Anambra, population 4.8, 21 local governments, 2,100 projects. In Bauchi,
Some people, there is something we call the Biafra movement in Nigeria. Because of them, I had to expose my plan. I wrote an article. I don't remember what I call it. I think maybe a word for my Biafra brethren or so. I was telling them, I beg you, in the name of Jesus, please don't leave Nigeria before I come. Give me, not Nigeria, give me chance, 5 years. I have such a plan for Nigeria and for Biafra states, every state in Biafra, that if Nigeria doesn't change, including Biafra people, then you are free to go. But if you go before I come, you will be begging to come back because of what is going to be happening in Nigeria. I wrote an article about that because, it's going to be so holistic that the country will change. I don't even need to prophesy. It's just going to be so obviously change. The progress and the development is going to be so rapid. And just for you to know, I have a think tank in Washington, D.C. right now that are working. This is just the preliminary thing. It's going to be like 1,000 pages of documents. And I have another think tank in Lagos, Nigeria, that are working 24 hours just to study every local government, all their plans, all their problems, and everything. And I don't want Biafra to go. I don't want the eastern part of Nigeria to go personally. Because personally I believe in, but the Igbo people, they are not Biafra. The Biafra people, they don't represent all Igbo people. But I'm talking of not the Biafra people, I'm talking about the Igbo people, the eastern people. I believe in them so much. Personally, I believe that I want to invest in two groups of people I'm very passionate about in Nigeria. I believe in my Ijebu people. Yes, I believe in the Ijebu people. Yes. And maybe because I'm from there, but maybe I'm biased a little bit, but I noticed something in the Ijebu people. They are kind of different. From my own analysis. For example, that is Ogun State area, right? Now, that state, Ogun State, now, Yoruba has how many? 6 states? Maybe 6 states. And we have 40 million people. In 40-something million people, Yorubas, who are Yorubas. But Ogun State is the smallest of all the Yoruba people. But that smallest state, that state has produced all the Yoruba presidents we ever had in Nigeria. They come from that one state alone. Yes. You never thought about it. There is all the Yoruba president that ever come from Nigeria. They came from that little smallest state. Shonekon or whatever they call him. And then Shonekon, is he not from there? Abiola that they never allowed to rule. Is he not from there? He's from there. Obasanjo, is he not from there? Obasanjo second time, well, is he not from there? He's from there. Awolowo, is he not from there? Anybody that is Who and who in the Yoruba land, they are from there. Now, Tai Sholari, is he not from there? He's from there. Wale Soyinka, is he not from there? So who remains? Sunday Adelaja, is he not from there? So there is something that the richest black man, the richest black Nigerian, apart from Dangote, is from Ogun State. Adenuga is from there. Oba Otedola, is he not from there? From there. Oh. Or Shubomi, what was it called? Shubomi Balogun, the owner of what bank? SCMB Bank. Is he not from there? He's from anybody that is who and who in Yoruba land. So something must be happening. So I want to go, Yes. It's not just the water. It is the substance. It is everything. The water, the land, and I can prove that to you scripturally. And preach it to you. The effect of land, where you grow up, and where you walked, and the food substance you eat, on what you become in life.
So all the mega churches
they are in Ogun State. All the mega churches in Nigeria, Redeem, Deeper Life, all of them, Fire, Mountain of Fire, all winners, all of them are in Ogun State. All of them. So, and it has the largest number of universities in Nigeria. All the universities are from 20 universities are there. So. So, but if you never challenge yourself and you never ask that question, you will never know. Because the reason why I started thinking about that was because they claimed that they found, an English archaeologist claimed that he found a wall over there that they believe was, they associated it with Queen of Sheba or something. They said it is comparable to the walls of China, and it is, it is as old as the blocks in England. What do you call those? Stoneheads, yes. And that the black people did this. So it's one of the United Nations archaeological protected areas. And this in Nigerian. So they are saying, who are the people who live in this area? That there's something special about that. Because they built that thing before they aged something in England. They were saying, and it's as big as the pyramids. And they are worshiping the pyramid people, they say, and this is in the bush in Nigeria. So, in Ijebu land. So, they are saying some people have lived here, some people, and I began to examine myself. Because I never, like I said, I never went to a school like that. If you see the picture of my high school, we don't have walls, no walls, nothing. And like I said, I never saw a library, I never saw a laboratory, I never, and then I, just put one or two things together. And all these Yoruba and Ijebu people, I mean, like I said, Yoruba people are many. They're like 50 million people, right? But why are all these people concentrated coming from this little space? Little space. So I personally believe that Pastor Sunday Adelaja, myself, I would have been left. If I didn't win a scholarship, nobody would have discovered that something like this was hidden from villages over there. And I know for sure that there are many Sunday Adelajas in that land. But they are still buried there. Just I would have been buried there without notice. So I want to go there, and I want to invest on giving opportunities to all of them, so that we will be able to discover more Sunday Adelajas for the world. Are you from there? Yeah! Ijebu? Yes, So now, keep on going. Then the same conviction that I have about the Jebus and the Ogun State people is the same conviction I have about the Igbo people. There is something about those people. Yes, I believe in them like crazy. I want to invest as much. So those are the two. Now, there are other places in Nigeria that all of them are great. They are unique. They are talented. Everybody is great. But those two people, the eastern part of Nigeria and the Ijebu people, I have special interest in them. And I want to give my best to all of them, especially Anambra in Igbo, Anambra State, and Ijebu people, Ogun State. And Ibadan, Abeokuta, Ijebu, that Ogun State and Anambra State. I am really interested in those two. You are from Anambra State. Yes, you see, one of them is here. Amara is here. Anambra girl. Igbo girl, Anambra girl. You too, you are Imo. You are Imo. Abia State. Okay. You used to be Imo when we met. So that's why I wrote that passionate letter to the. I don't want the Biafra people to spoil that agenda. I don't want them to stand on the way because I know what God would do through Nigerians and through, not just those Nigerians, but I'm going to be doing everything, the same thing for all local government, all states. But I'm just revealing my heart cry to you now about those group. I'm biased about those two group of people. Yeah. Go ahead.
We stop at Bauchi, 5.5 million, 20 local governments, 2,000 projects. Bayelsa, 1.9 million, 8 local governments, 800 projects. Benue, 4.9 million population, 23 local government, 2,300 projects. Borno, 4.9 million, 26 local government, 2,600 projects. Cross River State, 3.3 million, 18 local government, 1,800 projects. Cross River, Delta, 4.8 million, 24 local governments, 2,400 projects. Delta, Ebonyi, 2.5 million, 13 local government, 1,300 projects. $1,800. Ekiti, 2.8 million, 16 local government, 1,600 projects. Enugu, 3.7 million people, 17 local government, 1,700 projects. Federal Capital Territory, 2.2 million, 6 local government, 600 projects. Imo State, 4.6 million people, 27 local government, 2,700 projects. Jigawa, 5 million, 27 local government, 2,700 projects. Next, please. Kaduna, 7.1 million people, 23 local governments, 2,300 projects. Kano, 11 million people, 44 local government, 4,400 projects. Katsina, 6.7 million people, 34 local government, 3,400 projects. Kebbi, 3.8 million people, 21 local government, 2,100 projects. Kogi, 3.8 million people, 21 local government, 2,100 projects. Kwara, 2.7 million people, 17 local government, 1,700 projects. Lagos, 10.9 million people, 20 local government, 2,000 projects. Nasarawa, 2.1 million people, 13 local government, 1,300 projects. Niger, 4.6 million people, 25 local government, 2,500 projects. Ogun State, 4.4 million people, 20 local government, 2,000 projects. Ocean State, 4 million people, 30 local government, 3,000 projects. Oyo State, 6.6 million people, 33 local government, 3,300 projects. Plateau, 3.6 million people, 17 local government, 1,700 projects. River State,
Maybe you left it out. Don't worry, we'll fix it. We'll fix it. Keep on going.
Plateau State, 3.6 million people, 17 local governments, 1,700 projects. River State, 6.1 million people, 23 local governments, 2,300 projects. Sokoto, 4.3 million people, 23 local governments, 2,300 projects. Taraba, 2.6 million people, 17 local government, 1,700 projects. Yobe, 2.7 million people, 17 local government, 1,700 projects. Zamfara, 3.8 million people, 14 local government, 1,400 projects. Subtotal, you can see it in dollars there. There's going to be a Nigeria project office. They have a budget too. Ukraine liaison office, that's their budget. U.S. project office, they also have a budget. The total amount that's expected to be spent in 2017.
Don't worry, you don't need to mention.
All right. The population of Nigeria, since it's 160 million, I think it's more now.
Yep. So keep on going. Next page, please. Yeah, give to him. Yes.
Number one, village healthcare clinics. These are vital projects for Nigeria. So number one is village healthcare clinics.
So I'm just using this as an example of projects, right? Like 100 projects. So things like this. Just you see an example of it. Yeah, go. And what wait, go back. What are these things? These are videos of what they are going to look like. What we have done is that we've done research of any project that we mention here. We have videos of how they're going to look like. These are the things you are seeing here on different continents.
Number two project, primary school modernization. 3, secondary school modernization. 4, agriculture cooperatives. 5, energy modernization. Environmental cleanup, number 6. Infrastructure modernization, number 7. Natural resource development, number 8. Entrepreneurship, development and small-scale business, number 9. Rural development, number 10. Transportation, number 11. 12 is services. 13, urban development. 14, skills acquisition centers. 15, affordable homes. 16, security. 17, church reformation. 18, women empowerment through cooperatives, that is widows, petty traders, single parents, and unskilled teenage girls. Reorientation and training for the public and private sectors, number 19. 20, establishing microcredit and microfinance banks. 21, training for present and future political leaders. 22, feeding centers for the extremely poor. 23, rehabilitation centers for the homeless and mentally derailed people. 24, technical colleges. 25, the need for a worldwide network of TV stations and other media outlets for value reorientation of the masses. A law firm to litigate against all forms of injustice and unrighteousness in the society, number 26. 27, have an investigation company with detectives for proper fact-finding research on all matters. 28, start public debates and public hearing avenues to create a hearing for the general public. 29, history makers training in secondary schools and universities, intensive boot camp type of training. 31, libraries and book clubs. 32, symposiums, colloquiums, seminars, and roundtables on national issues. 33, work out a legal agreement with partners and co-workers to avoid betrayals and stealing of projects. 34, set up a think tank and executive teams to work on the realization of all ideas and projects and to develop new ones. 34, set up a publishing and distribution arm of the ministry for Pastor Sunday's books.
Now that create questions and answers, Katerina cited. Joshua sпросил. Чтобы показать вопросы и ответы. После этого.
Transform the books into video games, board games, films, talk show, and TV programs. 36, start a running TV program based on each group. Program where viewers are challenged to write their projects, ideas, business. Okay, so program where viewers are challenged to write their projects, ideas, business plans.
Maybe it's enough. Or I should continue. Okay, continue, they said.
Program where viewers are challenged to write their projects, ideas, business plans on the topic of each book, then submit them for screening, competitions, and financing. The goal is to find people through whom we will turn every book into an institution project, vision, which will later grow into self-sustaining organisms. 37, start a mass educational project on the laws of money based on my book, Money Won't Make You Rich. This will include monthly crusades on the topic, HMT type of training on the weekends and midweek. 38, start mass empowering crusades in stadiums.
Are you saying system? Uche, are you the blame that we go blame for this, or are you saying we should do it today?
Says there will be trainings, teaching, counseling, skill acquisitions, prayers, etc. They could be called National Transformation Crusades and conferences. 39, mentorship programs for aspiring millionaires and champions of industries. 40, partnering program with successful businesses and other national institutions where we could all be part owners. That is, owning shares so as to ride on their influences to affect the nation. 41, scholarship and financial grants to high school graduates. 42, scholarship and financial grants to pastors and other full-time ministers. 42, the University of Life project via the internet, social media. Okay, proposed training program that could include the following. An evaluation of the problems of the nation. Where did the wrong value system come from? 2, what are the value systems Nigeria needs for a rapid development? 3,
Louder, please.
how to get rid of bad value systems and establish new ones. 4, we need a content formation program for a new Nigerian. 5, a comprehensive training that will help people discover their abilities, gifts, and callings. Number 6, train people to take responsibility for social transformation rather than leave it to the government. 7, help people discover the purpose for Nigeria. 8, enlighten the elites.
Sunday Adelaja for president.
8, enlighten the elite or the elite
You
on
want to
their
put me in
role.
trouble? I don't want president. Oh. I'm not interested. I am God's president.
Number 8, enlighten the elite on their role and responsibility before the nation. Number 9, the church needs to be trained to stop abdicating their duties and roles to the unbelievers. Number 10, bringing the awareness on personal responsibility to the Nigerian public. 11, practical training on how to resolve each of
Just
Nigeria's...
to answer this person that is saying I should run for presidency or someone that Adelaja for president, I want to say that to become a president is a demotion. Is it? Demotion. It's a demotion. It is actually not just a demotion, but it's going to be counterproductive. It's going to be counterproductive. So, you know, to be a president will be a demotion. I will be coming down from my height. That's what I say. So I'm not interested in running for president.
Okay, number 11, practical training on how to resolve each of Nigeria's myriad of problems. 12, the need to train the populace and government agencies in standards, quality, diligence, and excellence. 13, spheres of influence and how to penetrate them. 14, building systems for change, producing of leaders. 15, train people on how to use NGOs, pressure groups, and other projects to affect the society. 16, train people on how to create...
So you see that I know exactly what I want to do, what I'm talking about. So I'm not just delusional, like people say. Maybe it looks delusional. I'm planning. This is just preliminary. This is not even the plan yet. This is not the project. This is just to give you an idea of what we are talking about.
16, train people on how to create models and prototypes for transformation. 17, training people on how to build momentum for accelerated achievements. 18, developing programs of the school system that will emphasize values and virtue development. 19, how to bring about transformation through media and film industry. 20, developing and training future and present political aspirants for value and quality development in the country.
Okay. Let's put on the light. Okay, we need, we need more, sorry. Please. Let's go to the practical questions people have. Okay.
Okay. Mr. Reid?
Yes, please.
Question 1. What is the cost involved for the people traveling with me to Nigeria to participate in the Nigerian Transformation Project? And the answer is, first of all, it will be helpful.
This is all on my blog, by the way. God, go ahead.
First of all, it will be helpful if people who are going with me to Nigeria have some of their own resources to fall back on. It will be nice if the person who is going will be able to afford to pay for his or her own ticket, visa, and accommodation in Nigeria. However, that is the ideal situation. I also realize that we don't live in an ideal world, which means there will be people who have the desire to go back with me to contribute to the rebuilding of Nigeria and Africa, but cannot afford the ticket, visa money, and accommodation money to survive in Nigeria. To those people, we'll be able to extend sponsorship, scholarship programs, depending on what they are bringing to the table. I realize that a person might not have money, but that same person could have expertise, skills, or ideas that are needed in Africa, which he will be willing to give and contribute. Second question, purpose of travel and the detail of the program. The purpose of taking teams with me for the Nigerian Transformation Program is the fact that, as a realist, I realize that one of the reasons why we are the least developed continent in the world today is because we simply don't have enough qualified people in our country. Let's face it, Nigeria today is only 50% literate, which means that human capital is not developed. We don't have enough skilled works and laborers, or skilled workers and laborers, especially those who can build a competitive 21st century economy. The developed countries of the world today rely on the human capacity of 100%. They even import from other countries to contribute to what they already have. How can we as
That's why I'm happy that they elected Trump, so that all Nigerians will come back home.
So how can we
They shouldn't go to Canada. Oh. They should join my team. To go back to Nigeria.
how can we as a nation compete when we are only at 50% capacity rate? We cannot compete and build a modern economy. We have to fast track our human economy by bringing in those who can train our people to jumpstart our development agenda as a nation. Can you scroll up? Okay, yeah. Talking about 50% literacy in Nigeria, that includes those who are only literate in local languages and those who don't have more than a primary school education, which now puts the English literate people in Nigeria at no more than 20%. Hence, we need a lot of help. A significant number of these well-educated and literate people have moved abroad and are using their skills and education to develop other nations. They must be enticed back to the country to contribute their quota. When I talk about skilled labor, I don't mean university-educated expatriates. I simply mean anybody who knows how to do anything good. For example, some of the white people I'm bringing from Europe don't necessarily have university education, but they are skillful and experts in technical work. My goal for bringing the Europeans is for them to train as many Africans as possible before they go back. My goal of bringing expatriates with me is for the training of people, especially youth. Question 3. Security and safety advice. The people who are going with me to Nigeria are going to be under my care, which means it is my prerogative to make sure that they are protected and secured. This will take a multifaceted approach.
Okay, normal.
First of all, security will have to involve the location. For example, Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, will be a more secured location than Lagos or the Niger Delta region. This will be one of the main factors that will inform where we settle in Nigeria. Secondly, security will also involve means of transportation in and within Nigeria. We hope to procure buses so that most of our foreigners will travel in large numbers rather than individually. Another aspect of security that we want to pay special attention to is in the area of housing and accommodation of our expatriates. We intend to lodge them in an apartment complexes or estates where they will all live together in one community. Eventually, we plan to build our own estates where everybody that is connected with the Nigerian transformation team will live as in a city together under the security auspices of this vision. We plan to engage security companies that will be providing state-of-the-art security details for our people. I am personally aware of the security in Nigeria and making an arrangement to bring with me our one European security detail where we will have our own European security detail where we will have professional coming from Russia and other European countries. They will now be required to train the local security as well. Question 4. Standard of accommodation, food hygiene, and sanitation. This is a very important question because I have discovered that accommodation, food hygiene, and sanitation could be very important. I personally have had unpleasant situations where after coming back to Europe from Nigeria for the next 1 month, I had to be running to the toilet because of diarrhea. I'm aware that the composition of our food most of the time will include pepper and other spices, which will pose a huge challenge for most Europeans. Having lived in Europe for 30 years, I have come to discover that I'm no more able to eat the African food. This informs the reason why some of the people going with me from here will have to be European culinary personnel. Talking about accommodation, the accommodation we intend to provide for people coming from Europe or America with me will be top-notch, at least not worse than what is obtainable in any part of the world. I'm already looking into some options that will be good enough to suit the housing demand of any European country, with consideration for 24/7 water and electricity supply, furniture, clean environments, including swimming pools and gyms for recreational purposes. Style of living, e.g. communal living, as provided above. Number 6, living arrangements, gendered. The living arrangement will be in accordance to the number of people we have and their family compositions. If we have husband and wife and children, they would definitely have to stay together in the same apartment. However, If we have single individuals, they will have to stay in the same apartment with people of the same gender. Two single people might have to share an apartment, male separate, female separate, but all together in one secured estate. Behavior of traveler. We are going to have definite time of orientation for those going with us to Africa, including some code of conduct that will be read out and studied by all going with us. Some of the code of conduct that might be worth noting right now could be: we will encourage the Europeans to avoid laughing, making jest and ridiculing the African population. There will definitely be a lot of things that will be unfamiliar and look primitive and out of place in Africa. However, the purpose of our visit is to help support and educate rather than criticize, abuse, or exploit. We will advise especially our white friends and colleagues not to travel in isolation, but rather travel in groups and with trusted company. Travelers with children, number 8. If people are coming with us with their kids, we will make arrangements for schools, kindergarten, and other necessary modes of education. Besides, we will advise all people going with us to do all the necessary immunization and vaccination for themselves and their children as required by the Nigerian government. Minimum and maximum age limits. The minimum age limit will not be stipulated, especially if people younger than 18 are going with their parents or guidance. However, the maximum age limit does not exceed 65 years old.
Louder. Is it? Okay, it's okay, yeah.
Is it okay? Okay, so terms and conditions for travelers. See above, please. Code of conduct to be developed. General expenses advice. Can we scroll that up, please?
Very sure.
For those who are able to take care of themselves as they go with us to Africa, between $2,000 and $3,000 US will be necessary for a comfortable stay in Nigeria. I would like to say that if you won't be in the position to provide such an amount of money, the Nigerian Transformation Program will be responsible for a lot of the general expenses. Travel arrangements, see above. Any additional questions should be sent to nigeria@sundayadelajafoundation.com. Immobility, circulatory problems, and deep vein thrombosis. People with such situations or other severe health challenges are not advised to travel. Jet lag. For most people traveling from Europe, there will be no jet lag, and the same goes for people coming from Asia. Jet lag will only affect people coming from places across the ocean like America, Asia, and so on. It is, however, easy to overcome, and this should take place within a week of arrival. Flight arrangement. Charter? See above. Visa requirements. Most nations of the world will need a visa for West African countries and West African sub-regions. West Africans are the only ones that might not need a visa. So we are taking it upon ourselves as an organization to arrange visa invitation letters for any potential candidate traveling with us to Nigeria. We will do the invitation and we will work with the embassy to make sure that everyone coming secures a visa to Nigeria and later on a work permit that will allow them to stay in Nigeria for a period of 2 years and above. We strongly recommend that anybody coming in for this project will sign in for 2 years and above to work with the Nigerian Transformation Project. Travel insurance. Concerning travel insurance, some countries require travel insurance to go to places like Nigeria. That could be gotten for as little as $200 and above. Whoever is coming will be able to resolve that question themselves. General health insurance, see above. Travelers Embassy in Nigeria. Concerning embassies in Nigeria, for those coming with us, they will need to get Nigerian visas in Nigerian embassies in their countries or embassies where their countries are attached to.
Or is too detailed maybe for you? We should continue? Okay, go ahead.
All these questions could be resolved in an ongoing work process. Most of the developed countries in the world have their embassies in Nigeria, so they should not have any diplomatic problems in that regard. Responsibilities of traveler. Those going with us to Nigeria are required to come with their expertise, knowledge, and skills. We also advise such people to volunteer to serve in Nigeria for a minimum of 2 years. We will also ask prospective travelers to develop their project ideas and initiatives such that they could be defended and implemented in Nigeria. Healthcare requirements, see above. Underlying health of the traveler, proof of health requirement. Yes, there's a requirement. We will require that people coming will have a clean bill of health. This is not just a requirement for us, but for the government as well. Hence, we advise you have a medical checkup or health certificate ready for the embassy and visa process. Those who require repeat prescription. For those who require prescriptions, we will advise such people to put a system in place whereby they will be able to have a constant supply of their medications while they are in Nigeria. Such arrangement is better left to the individual traveler. Psychological aspect and health. It is extremely important to have a clean bill of health in regards to mental and psychological state of the travelers. We want to make sure that we are not taking people who will create more problems in Africa, but we are taking people who help resolve the problems in Africa. Mentally and psychologically unstable patients are not recommended to go. Medical consultation before and after, see above. Potential hazards. There are challenges that are awaiting every potential traveler in Nigeria. First of which is 1, the hot weather. 2, the danger of disease in case of lack of immunization. 3, it is important for foreigners to be security conscious and not wander around the country without taking necessary security precautions. Otherwise, Nigeria will be an exciting place for everyone traveling there. Nigerians are some of the most hospitable, entertaining, and interesting people to be around. Vaccination requirements and proof. Vaccinations is required by the Federal Republic of Nigeria, so it will be recommended for everyone to get a vaccination before traveling to Nigeria. Routine vaccination. As for routine or ongoing vaccination or medical services, there will be provision of medical checkups and services to all team members, free of charge as long as you are in Nigeria. Selective use for travelers. See above. Required vaccinations for Nigeria, the same. Okay. Medical kits and toiletries are seen fit by individuals. Can we go up? All right. Extended friends and family in Nigeria. As for those who have families in Nigeria, we will strongly advise that they put the work of that's Nigeria Transformation Project as their focus and priority. Although everybody, so Nigeria Transformation Project will be given the acronym or the NTP anyway, so I won't have to pronounce that. Although everybody will be given the right to pursue their own projects individually under the umbrella of NTP, and in some cases under the sponsorship, still our focus must be non-negotiable. Visiting family and friends. Visiting family and friends will be made possible for everyone willing to. Families and friends will also be able to visit upon invitation by the respective relative. Mobility while in Nigeria. Understanding the geographic area. We will have ongoing constant guidance and advice from the local Nigerian staff and security operatives. List of essential travel items. This will be as individually see fit. We would like to advise that Nigeria uses electric sockets that are British standard with 3 connecting pins. You may therefore be in need of an adapter. Food and dietary requirements could be cross-checked on the internet. Passport and immigration requirements. See above. Temperature advice, dress code. The dress code will be as required for any mature Christian, men and women. That's it.
Okay, let's put on the light now. Put on the light, please. Yes, thank you. Now, that's it. I'm not sharing with you my ideas for the money and what I'm doing to get the money and all that. That's not your problem. That's my problem. So if I'm saying all this, it means that I know where I'm coming from. That's not any challenge. So is my presentation comprehensive enough? Or maybe I didn't answer some of your questions. Anyway, let me even hear you first. You'll be hearing me. Let me hear your opinions. If you don't, nobody stands up, I'm going to get all of you out up again. I need your opinions. Okay, stand up, everyone.
Let us stand up, we'll talk.
Be the first one, then you will sit down.
I'll do it for them.
Okay.
All right. I was going to say something the last time, right? When you were talking about, if you were, the way people tag you, I've forgotten the term that you used.
Delusional.
Delusional, right? Or let's put it this way, abnormal.
Yes.
I think the new normal is abnormal. And I'll explain to you. Now, when Jesus came, he broke out protocols. He had to do things differently from what they were used to. Remember the story. The Pharisees saw him and they felt this guy has gone crazy. You were talking about Trump the last time. I think the only people that will achieve anything in this world are people who are ready to be abnormal, who wants to do things the way people are not used to. You're talking about the absolute. I think one of the things that we should take back here from here is the fact that we can't go back and begin to do things the way other people are doing things. Because most people are not getting the results anyway, so why should we be like them? The statistics call some things outliers, right? The PhD. So that means these are points that are just out of range. They are just standing alone. They're not with the crowd. I think we need to begin to do things that way. We need to begin to think that way. We need to step out, out of the box. That's one of the things I'm taking from here.
Okay, come on, everyone, and tell us your impression. What did you get? What are you thinking? What's going on in you? I want to hear what's going on in your heart.
The only thing I would say is, number one, I thank God that you were born for this purpose. Because as I was sitting down there, I was thinking, so if you were not born, so who is going to do it? Or if you've been aborted, who is going to do it? Right from the village, 40 people are living in that village. You came here. God trained you, and now you are now going back to your country to rebuild the country that has been broken that has been broken down. I'm overwhelmed. As I'm sitting there, I'm just saying to God, God, please help me. I want to do something like this. I want to be noticed. I want to change something as well, But I just thank God for your life. That's what I'll say.
No, the people who will be speaking, it's better for you to line up before. You see, the only thing that will work is for... Okay, let's all get up. Let's all get up. Stand up, everyone. Yeah, apart from the ones who have spoken. Yes, go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to throw caution for some of us that will be coming to speak. I don't think Pastor Adelaja is asking us to stroke his ego. He wants questions. He wants to know how we feel about it.
No, I want to see your plans. I want to see your understanding. First of all, I want to hear what's going on in your heart. You need to let out what is happening to you. Then, what are you seeing? What are you thinking? What are the questions you have? Whatever is going on in your heart is what you say.
For me, one of the missing links for me is that we have the zeal, we have the technical knowledge, and we have the vision that you share with us. But some of the things that we lack are what you mentioned in the list, stating that how do we form NGOs, and how do we use that NGO to leverage some of the resources that we have to actually empower us. Because one thing I know very well is how healthcare works in Nigeria. There's a lot of gimmicks going on, and they are spending billions every year. And people are just getting rich. And they will come to US. Oh, you guys go and do this. And they will send millions of dollars there. It disappears. And nothing happens. And some of these things, I'm just getting tired of it.
So one of the things I'm going to do, which I didn't talk about here, we laid that out in the beginning, is that we will be doing this kind of training. I will do it for 1 whole year, every day, Monday to Friday, every day for a whole year, for people who are aspiring to be a part of this in Nigeria and from abroad. That's where we will teach on how to establish NGO, what are the skills you need, and how to, expertise that we'll give to you. Thank you.
So some of the things that are not clear to you, I think this is the time to ask Pastor Sunday.
I haven't got a question, but I just want to say you've done very well, because from what you've been teaching us and what I've learned in the last few days, there will always be a system in place for anything to succeed. And I haven't come across one like this. I've never come across one. But from what I just saw now, it's a very big project. And I can understand why people are saying, maybe you are speaking so boldly, maybe you are lunatic, but that's fine. They can say whatever they please because they don't understand it. But I think what you've just shown now is just a little bit of what it's going to be like. Now people will go back and start saying, and I promise you something, after today, the Facebook Live is going to increase because the world will go. If I have got about 5 or 6 friends who tune on this evening, okay, just to see what is going on. Now you've done your research, you've identified problems, and you've done all the statistics that is involved. What else? To execute it, you're training people. These people here today, including me, are one of the people who are going to go and help to establish this. Yes.
And 75% is what?
Planning.
The
So
system is it? Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
The system is
Others
already.
is just 25%.
Yes, to do the job. And another thing that this is going to do for us is, even though you are taking people from abroad, expertise, we're still going to increase the employment in Nigeria because we need the local people to help out in so doing. So the training is already taking place. It takes some time, but I think it's time sensitive. And
Someone is just talking like you. Usheshi Uwegwe. He's saying, when I heard about this project now, the only thing that I thought was, this cannot be happening in my lifetime, and I will not be a part of it.
anyway,
That's what you
Uchechi,
have
I want to
said.
tell you something. You better be a part of it because it's for real. I've seen it. Yes, I have seen it because there is an evidence. I had to come to Kyiv just to make sure that what I'm hearing is actually for real. And I have visited places where a system like this is happening. There is an evidence. You guys believe in evidence-based, isn't it? This is one of it. But just get yourself ready. That's all I can say. Thank you, Pastor.
Thank you. Thank you.
Pastor, God bless you. You must have definitely heard from God. There's no doubt about this. So we thank God for your life. I have questions, Pastor. How is this going to run in parallel with whatever the government has in place?
I don't care for what government has in place. I don't care what government is doing or not doing. I don't want to bother myself with what the government is doing or not doing. We will be open to work with the government. We will be open to partner with them, but we will not wait on them. We will not be dependent on them. We will do what we need to do according to the order of the government of heaven.
In which case, we may be duplicating NGOs.
We don't care. We have 200 million Nigerians that need to be ministered to. So let's be duplicating and be doing good to our people now.
And lastly, we know that Nigeria is corrupt and properly corrupt.
Yes.
And probably that is the fear of every Nigerian when they say, can this ever happen? I know it can. However, is there any way to explain? Because if we're going to use the manpower in Nigeria, how will you ever change the mindset of people who, before they see the money, they've already spent it? So that's the key question. Maybe it will put people's mind at rest to really know that, yes, this may be possible. Otherwise, no matter, even if it's $1 trillion, it will disappear within six weeks in Nigeria. That's a possibility.
Yes. Okay. For people who have read my book, Nigeria and the Leadership Question, please, you want to answer that question? Because you asked me the same question at the time. This is Pastor Laya.
Pastor, good evening. Thank you so much for the opportunity. So, with respect to corruption not taking over the projects we have on our hands, in Nigeria and the Leadership Question, Pastor, one of the underlying themes of that book is changing the value system.
Have you read the book, Nigeria and the Leadership Question? Okay. That's why she had the question.
Okay. So Pastor dealt extensively with...
Is there a copy of the book? Can we show the book here? No, Nigeria
and the
Leadership
Leadership Question.
Okay, go ahead and talk about it.
So Pastor dealt extensively with changing the value system of the citizens of Nigeria. And he also did talk, he said, except the value system of a nation is changed, the nation cannot be transformed. And then he made reference to Singapore, where a new leader came into power, and he put things in place in terms of value system. He I can't remember the name of the president
the
now.
microphone could be a little bit.
Okay, so
Yeah, lower. Yeah.
okay, so I can't remember the name of the president who went on in Singapore then, but then this guy brought in new set of rules and everything, and it changed the value system of the entire Singapore citizens, and thereafter the nation was changed. So for Nigeria, Pastor is working on reorientating people, changing the value system. If the value system can change, then they will run with a vision, and this problem of corruption will not even be in place at all. So that's the foundation, changing the value system, and then we'll build on that. So that's a problem.
Thank you. Only concurrently. That will be concurrently.
Again, thank you, Pastor Sunday, for that which we have heard tonight.
Louder, please.
Thank you for what what you've shown to us tonight. Although we've been hearing about it, but now, apart from coming here to see some of the system being in place, then again we've seen. We've heard about your plan and we've seen the plan. Again, there are some questions which I wanted to ask before, but when these things were being shown, I think it's very comprehensive and explicit. Thanks for the grace. And again, there was a time I was thinking of having this kind of a thing in a small way. But I think when having seen this, I think it will be able to help me in my own local community. Amen. Just to be able to do one or two things. Because nearly everything, the social infrastructure, the life, how people's life can be changed, everything is there. Thinking about the people there, thinking about the people going there. I think.
So the delusional part of it for you is already
I think it's
coming out of the equation.
Yeah, it's been taken care of.
Not as bad anyway.
No. I don't think so. Having come to this place, having seen what is on, and again too, coupled with our lecture this morning, it means there is nothing impossible. You are the only one that can limit yourself. And whatever you want to do with determination, with perseverance, you will conquer. And I know with assurance that we will all conquer in the name of Jesus. And again, to our volunteer, I would like to be part of this. Although I've not spoken with my family, but I would love to be part of it. So thank you. I should not forget myself. Or what?
No, I forgot to say count me in.
Okay. I will write your name.
Okay, thank you very much, Pastor, for sharing, and thank you for doing it tonight as well, in response to my humble request. Yeah, so what's happening within me, it's excitement, that's one word. Okay, I'm excited.
So you can see hope for this.
Yes, because people who have spoken before me said, seeing what, by God's grace, you've done here, okay, and seeing this vision, we believe it's possible. Okay, we believe it's possible. Yeah, so I'm excited for the nation. I'm excited that I'm alive now because I don't want my grandchildren to hear that something like this happened in the time of their grandfather, and he wasn't a part of it. So I think I have signed up already.
You're coming?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, signed up.
No, I have signed up already. My expertise is waste and environmental management, and I was glad to see that you had sorting out the environmental degradation issues there. So let's do it.
Thank you.
I've always had a dream from when I was 14 years old, and I was always afraid to kind of say it, especially in front of dangerous people like Pastor Sunday. But it's always been
extremely dangerous.
Extremely dangerous. But I'm going to go ahead and say it. I've always dreamed of building a platform for the artists of Nigeria. I've always dreamed of having film festivals there, like Cannes Film Festival or Sundance. I've always dreamed of having modeling agencies that were world-renowned. I've always dreamed of having our own Picassos born out of Nigeria, Mozart's, our own communities, our own studios that people come and you know, have their films at. And I kind of was always thinking from 14, that's such an absurdly large dream. Like, but it has never left me. But now that I'm seeing all that you have planned and put together, I know that that dream is not too far away. I know that that dream actually can happen because you know how to plan, you know how to systematize it, and you know, it's not absurd. It's not absurd, it's doable.
One of the things I saw in the presentation was we've been here, we've studied, and most of the things we did was put into practice in the presentation. And the way you talked about housing the expatriates, it's been done before, and it worked perfectly well. I grew up in the south of Nigeria. I saw it with Shell. I've seen it with Chevron. I've seen it with all the oil companies that are succeeding in Nigeria. So I don't think there's going to be failure in any way. And also, you taught us backup plans. I know you have backup plans. Even if there is doubts anywhere, there are other things that is in place that you won't know. But so I want to thank you. You're doing a good job. You're doing a good job. I just pray that more people will be raised. You're going to raise sons. You're going to raise people, I know, because it's your plan. That's what you've been teaching us here. So we'll pick it up with you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Yeah. I mean, I'm quite excited about this project. I'm really, really excited. And for me, it's not a matter of if it can happen. It's not a matter of if it will happen. You know, I have seen it happen. You know, I haven't got much to say, but I can see it's already happened. You know, there's a walk of a visionary. You know, visionary, like the Bible, the scripture that was coming to me all this evening was, Enoch walked with God till he was no more. So a visionary is walking in a different realm. You know, they see the things that are ahead. So I've seen it. I've seen it. I don't know. I've seen it. So that's all I can say. I have seen it happen. Thank you.
Okay, I am no Nigerian.
But we welcome everybody from all nations.
Okay, but obviously I cannot give an opinion about something I don't know. But I know that I can give opinions what I do know. And what I do know is, for instance, that this mention about corruption. Corruption exists wherever a human being exists, right? So, and it's not going to be 100% eradicated. And we don't need to think about that to start doing something to correct something. That is HMT ideology, and I think this philosophy is the right philosophy. And there are a lot of proofs in the world through the history, and I just want to mention one very recent. Korea. Korea was one of the most corrupted countries in the world, poor, very poor, and just in 25 years, the government changed everything. The value, the system of the values, beliefs, and now they are one of the most important economies in the world. People are working there. They have one of the highest per capita income. So if they did it using the standard tools with a government that just wanted to do it, well, I believe that here this project can be done. In a different way, what I understand from your presentation, Pastor, is that instead of going frontal, you are going to go exactly for the areas who are going to involve the society, and that's what he calls societal transformation. And when society really gets into that, people start changing. Why? Because they see benefits, they see value, they see results. I don't know how long this is going to take, but I think this is the right way. This is something I know in addition, well, because I am an economist and I study economy for everything, well, economics in the world. And I had experience in Mexico, in my country, working in programs like this, in a different scale, with a different situations, obviously. But I am very confident that this project will be a success. In addition, what he said now, that is going to teach HMT for a year to prepare people who are going to go and transform there, and even people who is living there, I think we came here for that transformation. And if we are in that sense, we should think just in the positive than thinking in barriers, because barriers don't allow people go further. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, for the people who are watching us on TV, if you have not yet on internet or whatever, if you have not yet registered for Nigeria project, for this project about Nigeria we are talking about, it's very easy to do. Just go to www.sundayadelajablog.com, sundayadelajablog.com/Nigeria, or you see the Nigerian flag somewhere there. You could be from any country. Go in there and you see the form. You need to fill out the form, electronic form. Fill out the form, submit it, and we'll find you. We'll find you when the time comes. So everybody that wants to be a part of this, just go to the blog, sundayadelajablog.com, from any country, and just fill out the forms.
Good evening, Pastor.
Thank you
so much, sir, for the opportunity to be here. I'm particularly dazed by the fact that there is no single sector or aspect of human life in the country that was not touched in the plan. The details involved makes it practically possible to the most unbelieving. Anyone, it only takes someone to see what has been sketched out. He just knows it is possible. It's like when someone wants to build a house, he doesn't know how it's going to happen, but when the architect shows him how it's going to happen, he believes it will happen. And that's exactly what you have done with these details. The fact that while there is work going on, there is plan for the education of the people, there is plan for mindset part, there is plan for virtually everything we can imagine. And any human person who has a vision in life will definitely find one area where it's relevant. It's all encompassing. Thank you so much, sir, for the detailedness. It makes it easy for anyone to connect. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
With all due respect, I want to say Pastor is a very dangerous man. Very true. If Pastor sets his heart on something, he's going to pull it through. How much more when he has now put systems in place, put plans in place, you can just be rest assured that his plans are going to come to pass. So because I always tell him, I said, all somebody needs to become a success in life is meet Pastor Sunday. Even if the person was cursed, destined to be a failure. And that's the fact. And he doesn't pray for you. It's not about prayer. It's just something about your association, your connection with him. It's something I've seen. And this same thing that works with individuals, it works with nations.
And she's right. I don't pray. And most people just want to come from laying on around. I don't do it.
Like, so he has done it in Ukraine here. He has done it with countless of lives, including mine, including my family. And I know the same thing is transferable to Nigeria. I've been privileged to see these plans before. I've been privileged to talk to him about it. And I just know it is possible. Pastor is a dangerous man. He has said it. He has put everything in place. It's just a matter of time for us to see everything work. I already know my own special area of the transformation plan that I'm going to be working with, I'm going to be running with. So I'm just excited. Let us start. Nigeria will be great again. Thank you, Pastor.